Welcome to Sports Talk with the Cowboy.
Welcome, and thanks for riding with the Cowboy. Got a big show tonight, so let's get right into it. Tonight, Wednesday night, will be Game 5 and the Game 4 in the Stanley Cup Championship. We have won the last game 6-2. That was Game 3. We were defeated 7-0 in Colorado in Game 2, and we lost 4-3 in overtime in Game 1 in Colorado. The taping of this show's on Wednesday, so this show will be in less than an hour. Game 4 the puck will drop in Channelside at Amalie Arena, and the Lightning will be in Game 4. A very pivotal game to bring this series to 2-2 and even the series out. And the Lightning came back with a remarkable 6-2 victory in Game 3. Braden Point has been re-injured. He will not probably be back in the Cup Series finals in the last games. He's gone. Kucherov has been injured with a good smack to the board last game in game number 3. And we don't know what his injury is. So we have a couple little injuries there. Braden Point's out. He's out. He will not be returning. So we've got a big game coming tonight. Game 4, Amalie Arena, Channelside. Get out there and be the Thunder. I know you will. They've been out on Thunder Alley. Everybody's wrote us off after being defeated 7-0, and we came back and won that Game 3 6-2. So get out there, and we're going to support the Bolts in less than an hour in game number 4. We're going to bring you up to date on what goes on with the Stanley Cup Finals in the Tampa Bay Lightning's quest to repeat, which means 3 times in a row, Stanley Cup champions. So we're going to move on now to the National Football League and a big announcement. 11-year pro tight end Rob Gronkowski has announced his retirement 24 hours ago to the world and to the Buccaneers organization. Ron Gronkowski retires after 11 years in the National Football League. A 32-year-old retires. That is the announcement that he made here at Sports Talk of the Cowboy. We still believe he's going to come back. We have to believe he will. I think he will. Maybe after preseason, maybe after training camp, maybe at the first part of the year. I cannot see him allowing Tom Brady to ride off in the sunset and him just sit on the bench and watch his last year. He won't be playing with him next year anywhere, probably. So, anyhow, Ron Gronkowski, 3-time Super Bowl champs, twice with the Patriots and once with the Bucs, has announced his retirement officially yesterday. Big Buck news, breaking Buck news. We have drafted a tight end from Washington, as you know, and we have one from Missouri, as you know, and we have Cameron Brate still in the fold. We have others. Cameron Brate would have to step in and bridge that gap. But it just happened less than 24 hours ago. We don't have any more information on it than what you all have seen on every news outlet in the world. So that's the only news we really have on the Bucs, breaking news. And so we'll now move on to your Tampa Bay Ray baseball news, beating the New York Yankees last night. Exceptional victory. They beat the New York Yankees 5-4. They've got a big series coming up day after tomorrow against the Texas Rangers again. So the Yankees were defeated, and they're red hot, the New York Yankees are, and the Tampa Bay Rays did defeat them. Margot, our outfielder, was injured during the last series we played, and Kevin Kiermaier has been injured, and Juan DeFranco has not returned to the lineup. We do expect Juan DeFranco to be Juan DeFranco that we remember before he was taken out of the lineup about a month and a half ago, about 4.5 weeks ago. So that's all we have on the Rays right now, and we're going to move to the United States Football League, and this is playoff weekend in Canton, Ohio. The champions from both divisions, the Birmingham Stallions, the champions in the South, will take on the New Orleans Breakers in one game, and the New Jersey Generals, the champions of the North, will take on the Philadelphia Stars in the other game. Winners will go to the championship game. They're in Canton, Ohio. So the first game will be the Generals and the Stars, and the late game will be the Breakers and the Stallions. So big week in United States Football League. Our Tampa Bay Bandits ended the season at 4 wins and 6 losses. Not as good as we would hope, but we wanted them to get a 500 win this last weekend against the Stallions, but it just didn't come to fruition. So that's all we have on USFL. We'll be watching those playoff games. Tune them in Saturday. One is at 3, one is at 7. And they'll be worth watching to see who goes to that championship game. So now we're going to our questions and answers. And the first question tonight is from JD, a supporter of our program from Sebring, Florida. And JD wanted to know, what about Ron Gronkowski, and do I believe that he will return to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year? And JD, yes, I do believe he will. In my heart of hearts, I still do believe he will. I don't believe he wants to go does not want to go to training camp and answer questions why he's not there. He does not want to go through preseason, sit on the sidelines and watch a bunch of people play. When he sees his compadre, Tom Brady, in trouble, first couple of games of this year, without a good tight end in the end zone, without him running across that end zone and catching that ball and scoring, he's going to have a hankering, JD, to come back. I believe. So thank you for your question, JD, and thank you for your support. And the next question is now from Anna, and Anna is from Tampa, and Anna wanted to know what I thought about the Tampa Bay Lightning after that 7-0 defeat on Game 2 in Colorado. And Anna, I felt like all of us did, sick to the stomach that it was 7-0. The Lightning has never taken a beating that bad, and what we could remember any playoffs. And it was a terrible beating out there in Colorado, and they got them off balance, and they just beat on them. It was an ugly win, and we knew we had to win that Game 3. That we did win 6-2. And Anna, that was a do or die game in my opinion. Tonight's game, another do or die game. When you're down 0-2 games, Anna, you're in trouble from Game 3 on. You've got to catch back up, and we've got one block in that to do. We've got to go ahead and win tonight and get this series tied up to 2-2. But Anna, yeah, it was a tough one. God bless you, Anna, for your support, and thank you. DJX, what do you have for me tonight?
Well, Cowboy, you know how we do it. Let's get right off into it. All right, CBS Sports Report. We've made it to the Final Four of the USFL, and it's odd to be talking about postseason football that doesn't relate to the NFL. There are two clear-cut favorites to advance and compete for the USFL championship in the Birmingham Stallions and the New Jersey Generals. Both teams finished in the regular season 9-1 and will battle 2 6-4 teams this Saturday. I'm going for the Breakers.
It's a good pick. They can play tough football.
Mm-hmm.
They're beaten by some teams that was coming on. That record's kind of deceiving.
Yeah.
The Stallions are 9-1, and let's give it to the Generals. They're 9-1 too, and they're 9-1. They're 9-1. I mean, there's no question about it. But them Stars, and especially those New Orleans Breakers, DJX, you know, you called for them the first game, and we were talking about their defense throughout the whole year.
Right.
They've got a good, strong team.
They do.
And they played real good against the Stallions when they played them.
They did.
These games are going to be worth really enjoying this weekend, and especially that one. And the Breakers could pull one out. They could pull one out, you know?
Mm-hmm. They could.
They could. They could.
Mm-hmm. But I'm still going for them Breakers, though.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
All right. Pro football rumors. Jaguars expect James Robinson to be cleared during training camp.
He's going to be a big piece to that running back puzzle and running backs and Jaguars. Him and Travis Etienne from Clemson. He was the first-round pick last year with Trevor Lawrence. Of course, he was injured. Never did get to play for the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
So Trevor Etienne and Robinson's going to be that duo there for the backfield of the Jags. And so it's good news if he's cleared. It's real big news for the Jaguars. They're building something up in Jacksonville. You heard it from the Cowboy, heard it from DJX. Jags building something.
Ray Lewis released a statement about death of Tony Siragusa.
Very, very great man, Tony Siragusa. He played for the Ravens, as you know, the Super Bowl team with Trent Dilfer on it. He was an analyst for many football games, and many of you have seen him over the years. Big, large fella, good-hearted guy you want to meet on the street and sit down and talk to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame, and he went home to his father.
Interesting. Okay, Touchdown Wire reports Jamie Erdahl replacing Kay Adams on Good Morning Football. What you think about it?
Well, Kay Adams took off. You know, she left Good Morning Football, NFL Network, to make her money over there with Jeff Bezos and the Amazon Network.
Mm-hmm.
They needed a pretty face and a pretty skirt to come in there and sit down. He said that in the safest way. There's 3 guys there, and there was a female anchor before Kay Adams. So, I mean, why wouldn't they get another female anchor? You know, let's be realistic. Mm-hmm. And all of the anchors they had, they only took one anchor. if you noticed. They took Adams.
They just took one.
They took one. The other three, they just left them.
All right, USA Today Sports. I'm going to wrap it up right here. New England Patriots throwback red uniforms making a comeback.
I like it. I like that red.
Mm-hmm.
That red looks good on them
They
Patriots.
do. It do.
It really does. It's got a good flavor. You don't see them in red, but we can remember when they're in red. All of y'all can. Some of you can. And that red's a good color. I think it'll be nice.
All right. I guess what I got for you tonight.
Well, God bless you, DJX.
God bless you too, Cowboy.
And God bless you, viewers. Thank you for your support. God bless you. God bless you for and supporting this show. Continue to share. Continue to send your comments so that we can ask these questions on air and give you our feedback. We appreciate them. And keep them coming. And thank you for your support. Until next show, God bless you and Cowboy out.